It's an exciting time of the year right now. The NBA Finals just kicked off, and it's the first time in history that the same two teams will go head-to-head for 4 consecutive years in the finals. There it is from the man himself, one of the most famous walk-ons in Memphis Tigers history. WMC Action News 5's Sudu Upadhyaya has more on how JB says he's putting his big boy pants on. Might be a pretty good idea because you might not recognize either team at FedEx Forum. With your success being in the NFL and with your skill set, what do you want them to personally take away from you in this camp? Friction between Grizzlies star Marc Gasol and the rookie head coach sparked due to Marc staying true to the grit and grind mindset and Fizdale pushing for the space and pace culture. You had some big threes in the fourth quarter. What was going through your head when Coach Pitino called that timeout with 49 seconds left in the game? The star PG might be out for the season, but Mike Conley is invited to possibly suit up in stars and stripes again. Now, right before halftime, the Grizzlies got down to a 13-point deficit, but that's nothing new. The University of Memphis men's basketball team has been under construction for a while now in many different ways. From hiring new coaching staff, rebuilding the basketball team roster, and now a new facility for them to call home.
We started the design process in 2014, and it took a while to get through design because it's a very complicated building.
From a construction standpoint, complicated may be the right word, but for the 2017-18 Tigers, impressive may be a better fit. The new facility is double the size of the current Tigers practice facility and also has double the amenities. Private study hall rooms, lounge areas, 3 full courts, and even a weight room that Bowers says is one of the largest in college basketball. The new facility even takes singing in the shower to new extremes.
At each locker we have an electrical and data port where they can plug in their iPad or their iPhone, and what they can do is they can just program it so when they come to a shower, they can hit a button and play the music from their iPhone while it's in their locker.
Although the facility cost the university a pretty penny, some $21 million, Bauer feels the Tigers beat out other schools getting much more for much less.
For the amount of space we have and the quality that we have here, we're spending less than any other university that I know of. Many of the facilities that we've toured cost significantly more than what we're spending here on a price per square foot basis.
The Tigers are scheduled for October 1st to be move-in day, and like any freshman on the first day of college, the Tigers' new home will be nothing like the home that they're coming from.
The University of Memphis men's basketball team, this is their home. Without question, once it's completed, it will be the finest facility in the country.
3 surgeries it's not fun, and it's serious, and it's nothing easy to deal with.
In baseball, you get 3 strikes and you're out. However, this is basketball, and Chandler Parsons feels the 3rd time just may be a charm.
I feel like with this time I've been able to put in, and eating on a strict diet, doing all the right things, it's definitely helping, and I think that's improving everything.
The Grizzlies signed the small forward to a 4-year, $94 million deal. In his first season with the Grizzlies, he produced everything except great results. Parsons only averaged 6.2 points a game, only playing 34 games prior to his season-ending knee injury.
I feel like the last couple of years I've been rushing through camp, rushing through the season, not practicing, not having a full training camp, and it's just been difficult.
No matter how difficult it's been for Parsons, he's looking at the glass half full. Today, Parsons is hosting a camp with kids, showing them how hard work actually pays off. Throughout the camp, Parsons showed the kids different skills and drills to work on their game. But he also talked to them about mental toughness, something he's relied on to help him bounce back heading into the next season.
It's the best I've felt in a really long time, so very optimistic.
Parsons says he isn't feeling any pain and hasn't been taking it easy on himself, practicing 4 to 5 hours a day. Unlike last year, he isn't expecting any setbacks going into the new season.
All these things that were happening last year aren't really happening anymore, so it's promising, and like I said, I can't control what's going to happen, but I feel unbelievable, and I'm making progress.
With all that has happened to Parsons in the past year, some would say Grizz community has lost hope in the $94 million investment. But Parsons feels that the Bluff City shouldn't turn their backs on him just yet.
Just stick with me. I signed a 4-year deal, not a 1-year deal, and it didn't go the way I wanted to go last year, and trust me, they're not more upset than I was about it.
With 2 surgeries to his right knee in the last 2 years, and then his most recent to his left knee, Grizz fans aren't sure how strong his return will actually be. One thing for sure, with the departure of center Zach Randolph and veteran Vince Carter, there will definitely be added pressure. The real question is, will he be the pipe that bursts, or will he shine bright like a diamond?
It's an exciting time of the year right now. The NBA Finals just kicked off, and it's the first time in history that the same 2 teams will go head-to-head for 4 consecutive years in the finals. Good evening, I'm Erin Wilson. Let's take a trip to the West Coast, where LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers face off against the Golden State Warriors tonight at Oracle Arena. Now, some are saying that LeBron is in his prime, but he looks a lot like Optimus Prime to me. James here in the first, adding to the Cavs' lead with this 3-foot reverse hook. They're able to hold on to the lead for most of the first half. James again coasting through the lane, lifts up, slams it with ease. It's no problem for the man. But don't sleep on Steph Curry. He comes through, drains this tray, keeping the game close. Not so much luck for Klay Thompson. He goes down early after he's clipped by JR, taking out his left knee. Now Klay returns in the second. Steph Curry last-minute buzzer shot, buckets. It's such a small thing to a giant like Curry. He ties the game going into halftime. Then things get interesting. Cavs up 2. James attempts to take a charge here. After not knowing what to call, the refs decide to rule it a blocking foul on James. He's obviously not happy about that. 106-104 Cavs. Curry then takes the lead with this and one play. George Hill is later sent to the line, makes the first, but does this. He misses the second one. JR gets the rebound, only 4.7 seconds left in the game. Tries to get what he calls a better shot. No time to get it off. Sends them into overtime. Genius move, right? Yeah, LeBron didn't think so. Well, Golden State made them pay for that mistake. They ran off with the game in overtime. Warriors win the game 124-114. Optimus Prime, though, ending with 51 points. After the game, JR did go on record saying that he was fully aware of the time on the clock and the score, but as they say, actions speak louder than words, and so I'm not so sure about that one, JR. On the diamond tonight, NCAA's regional baseball games at Ole Miss are postponed due to weather. Now, Tennessee Tech and Missouri State game will start at noon on Saturday. Ole Miss and St. Louis game will then start at 6 p.m. Saturday. 3 games will be played on Sunday. Times are still to be determined. On the field, the Titans open off-season workouts with their organized training activities, also known as OTAs. Nashville is expecting big news at the NFL meetings this weekend in Atlanta. ESPN's Adam Schefter tweeted, according to league sources, that Nashville is expected to be named the host of the 2019 NFL Draft. The only other candidates are Las Vegas, Denver, Kansas City, and a combination bid of Cleveland and Canton, Ohio. NFL owners are expected to vote Wednesday morning. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.